Good everybody, welcome back to another Ross Reviews, and today we are out at BPT Motorsports, guys, and we're going to be checking out their tuned Ranger Raptor. And you know, this is of the V6, the twin turbo. Yeah, they've got a kit for these things now. They've cracked the code, and they're meant to be pushing some good power in these things. So today we're coming here, we're going to check it out, see the dyno numbers, what this thing's actually making, and what's involved, and we're gonna see the 0 to 100 times, because I have previously tested one of these things stock, and I'm pretty curious because they got some big claims here. So we're gonna meet up with the owners. They're gonna run through what they've actually done to the car. So let's go meet them now. So here are the owners. We got Barry and Terry. So good to meet you guys. Thanks for inviting me down.
There you go.
And yes, explain to us just a little bit what you've done with these Ranger Raptors now, because
no problem.
some bigger numbers here for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, we started off with manipulating the ECU, factory ECUs, where we can unlock them, and enables us to program the factory ECU with all the factory parameters, you know, so we can go and do whatever we like, you know. Manipulate all the parameters that we need to make more power and torque, which is a lot easier than using a piggyback, say. It's more accurate, repeatable, and the car digs you for it, you know what I mean? Then there's also the active exhaust. We can actually manipulate active exhaust to open to 100%, say, instead of at 60 in some instances as it's programmed from factory. So that allows for you know, little bit less back pressure on the exhaust system, which means power and torque. So that's the ECU side of things. Now we went to a solid aluminium pipework assembly. So, you know, from the hot side of the turbo to the intercooler.
Yeah, I think one thing we noticed also, as you know, you're testing today, we're what, 38, 39 degrees
Hot today.
Right,
it's
so
hot.
it's really hot.
Yeah.
WA is renowned for being hotter than everywhere else. Right?
Yeah.
And one thing we noticed with the air charge on the original piping is that the temperatures of the piping went through the roof.
Yeah, true.
Phenomenal amounts.
Yep.
So changing this for aluminium, it does dissipate heat better.
Yeah.
There's no arguments about it. So we've seen great reduction in air charge temps from doing that. Obviously, no expansion either.
Yes.
Right? So the original tubes were plastic with a rubber joiners, and they had a lot of expansion.
Yep.
So obviously that's stopped that from occurring. The intercooler is approximately 50 millimeters deeper.
Yeah, so
Same
you're getting
in
a
width, same in height.
upgraded intercooler.
It has,
Yep.
yeah. So that there saw our air charge temps drop, you know, 20, 30 degrees below the factory arrangement. So what we did to test that is we ran the vehicle in stock trim on the dyno. We logged all the different parameters needed to make it an apples for apples test.
Yep.
We then did all the upgrades, and then we did another 3 runs the same with the modifications. We then got those logs and we overlaid the logs, and you can see a massive difference in those. That can be seen on our webpage.
Yep.
Under Intercooler for Raptor. So the proof speaks for itself.
Yeah.
The intercooler has worked.
Yeah. So in this kit, you've got a bigger upgraded intercooler. You get a transcooler.
Yep.
You've done all the piping as well.
Yep.
And then obviously, yeah, you're unlocking the ECU, putting custom tunes in there.
Yep.
Because stock power, 290
Yep.
kilowatt roughly.
Yep, that's it.
580 Newton meters.
Yep.
So when you actually get, I see you got another one in the dyno right now.
Yeah, they rolled through pretty quick. We've got 2 here today.
Yeah.
We just roll them through today.
Because what are the numbers you guys are getting out of these now?
So with this setup, we're getting 360 kilowatts and 825 Newton meters of torque.
Yeah, so it's a substantial difference.
Big gains, big
Yeah,
gains. In
yeah.
the seat, that's where you're feeling it. Like I said earlier, to your Ross, torque wins, you know, the races.
Yeah.
And power sells the car. So
Yeah, absolutely.
this
Yeah.
is where the boys are up at.
That's
the juniors.
that's substantial for really just an intercooler, you know, unlocking it, and yeah, they got gains to make. And again, you were saying this, you've only done like for boost pressure here. Obviously, people will be curious how much boost it's pushing now if you've opened it up. Like you were saying, it's only an extra 2 bar.
A couple of pounds.
I think we've gone from 19 to 22 pounds.
There you go.
Yeah.
3 PSI top.
Yeah, so it's still really quite a safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's great,
Still a
man.
lot of safety parameters are all still in place, so there's
Yeah.
nothing there detrimental.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, I'm gonna have to get this thing out. We're gonna test some 0 to 100 times because I've previously done a stock one, and yeah,
Go from
some
there.
good gains, I think.
Yeah,
Can't
absolutely.
wait, can't wait.
Legend.
Cool.
Now, guys, in this tuned Ranger Raptor, and apparently it's only BPT Motorsports here and Herod that have really cracked these things. And this is the first time I'm driving a tuned one, guys. I have previously reviewed a stock one last year when they first came out. So if you haven't seen that video, click the pop-up banner, go check it out. Because even stock, those things were really quite special. And man, this particular one, again, we're talking 360 kilowatts now and about 825 newton meters. So that is still to the crank, they told us, but yo, that's a significant upgrade here still. So, you know, originally these things came out with about 292 kilowatts, and we're talking about 580-ish newton meters. So we've definitely got bigger numbers than that now. And again, these things have a 10-speed automatic, and they are four-wheel drive. So you know, you got all the different four-wheel drive controls, the drive modes, just down here on a scroll wheel. All right, so we just dropped it into manual. We're doing 50 k's an hour. Let's drop it into second. And 50 k's an hour. Come on, there we go. And let's just drop the hammer. So man, she definitely feels brisk. Definitely feels brisk. And yeah, that's just in too high. So man, I gotta say the gearbox is fairly responsive too. It's pretty responsive. It definitely doesn't have any problems pulling this thing, man. Like, definitely 800 newton meters of torque here. Yo. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. And this is just a fun ute as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, these things ain't cheap. They're about 85K before on road. So realistically, you're spending about 6 figures to get into one of these things. And yeah, it's a lot of coin, but honestly, in the Australian market, not much competes with this thing at that price level. You know, I've done the Dodge Ram TRX, which if you haven't seen that video, click the pop-up banner right here because holy, that is about the holy grail of off-roading crazy trucks that you can get here. It costs about 300 grand, but it's absolutely insane. This at 100K, you know, realistically, it's a lot more affordable. That's why you see these things on the road a lot more. They're still expensive, but most people, they work hard, they can buy one. Yeah, this tune opens them up big time. I think a lot of people are gonna start doing this, absolutely. And you can only imagine you put this thing in Baja mode, take it to the dunes. Yo, this thing would be so fun. All right, now it is time for the testing. Let us try some 0 to 100s. We got a lot of modes to try here. So we are in 2 high, and we are in R mode. And reset the draggy. Just, here we go. We're gonna punch it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Getting squirrely. Spinning up some big rubber at the back, Jesus. So that was basically, I believe we were in R mode. We were just in 2 high, and that was just drive, so no manual. Let's get the base tests run there, and let's see what we got. All right, so not bad. Right there, we did a 6.3, and again, that was just in drive, a total baseline. That's quicker than the one before we did. That was in all the best modes. So let us just reset again. We're gonna go into 4 high, and we're gonna go into manual mode, and we're gonna start in second. So here we go. Go, 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 go. Ooh. Man, that felt pretty quick. I could really feel the boost just coming in there. Wow, let's have a look at that time. Now just there, we did a 5.8. So we are definitely getting somewhere. 4 high, definitely moved. That was from second. Yeah, I think we can do better still. This is wild. All right, we're gonna try it again here in 4 high, in manual, and from first. And here we go. Yo, it's definitely squirming around, like, especially first, second, third is just, yeah, it's all over the joint. But let us have a look at the time. 5.6, eh? And guys, remember, if you're enjoying this type of content, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button, click the bell notifications, leave a comment, like it. Does really help us out, guys. Thank you. Start it from first now. 4 high still. Traction control off, R mode, sports mode. Man. Very tricky. There's so many little modes and little things you can change in this thing to get so many combinations, and then you got to vary in the heat, the road. It's 36 degrees out today. Right now it is 36 degrees already. Yeah, it's hot, but let's have a look at the time. It seems like it's getting close to about 5.5 seconds. Now right there, guys, we just did our best time, legitimately, of 5.4, and that's valid on the draggy. So I think going from first has actually been a little bit quicker rather than trying to go from second. Second, it just doesn't seem to have quite enough go, but yeah. Under 5.5 seconds in a 2-ton ute like this thing is huge. That is bloody impressive. And honestly, I think on the right road with the right weather, you know, if this was a 15-degree day, not a 36-degree day, you could be getting bloody close probably to, you know, 5.2, like nearly 5 seconds, I bet. That's insane. That is really good. And again, right there, that's real world testing here on a back road. And this is in WA. It's 37 degrees out now. And when we tested this ute last year, stock, it was doing 6.5 seconds was the best I could get. And I tried numerous times as well. So to go from a 6.5 to a 5.4 that's big gains in the real world. That's massive, guys. Huge. Oh yeah. So look, we've determined that this thing is bloody fast. You know, 5.4 seconds, you know, under 5.5 seconds in this thing. Big 2-ton ute. I reckon, you know, again, and we're real world testing here. I reckon this thing could be even quicker in the right hands with the right settings. So those settings for me were 4 high, again, sports mode. I was in off-road suspension because I thought it might grip down a little bit more. And we had traction control off. So that was the modes. And yeah, 5.4, that's quick. So yeah, this thing is noticeably faster, and even just, especially from a roll, you can really feel it. You know, you drop it in manual mode and you bring it back down to, you know, 3rd gear here, and shifts are pretty savage too, I gotta say. You know, this thing would be a huge amount of fun off-road. It's fun on-road as well. Like, this thing is a blast. So look, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you're new here. We'll see you on that next one. Take care, guys.